Good afternoon. We're going to open the Contract Administration Board meeting at 2:30 p.m. In attendance is Phil Calderon, Deputy County Executive, Bruce Hidley, County Clerk, and Andrew Joyce, Chairman of the County Legislature. And our first order of business, we will entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the May 20th, 2019 meeting.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The minutes are carried. First on the agenda today is contract number 4942. Department is the Sheriff's Department. The vendor is Denoyer Chevrolet. The estimated amount is $39,950. The estimated term is 6/1/19 through 12/31/19. The scope of service is to purchase a 2019 Chevy Tahoe for our EMS unit. It is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions. Anybody?
I think it's just a purchase here that we're going with. It's a low bid.
Yes, yeah, it was a little bit. It was the only bid, actually. We budgeted $40,000 for it. They came in $50 under, $49.98 actually.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion is carried. For contract number 4968, I am going to recuse myself from this, and I'm going to turn this particular portion of the meeting over to our Chairman of the Legislature, Andrew Joyce.
It's contract number 4968, it's a renewal for the Department of the County Clerk. The vendor is InfoQuick Solutions. Estimated amount is $60,000. Estimated term is June 2019 through June 2020. Scope of the contract is to renew contract 3839 of 2017 to allow the clerk to expand their current digital images of mortgages and deeds back to 1960, adding an additional 10 years of records online, 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Okay, this is the third year I've requested this additional funding. It's going to allow our mortgages and deeds to be online dating to 1960. Again, it's an additional 10 years. The cost of this project has not gone up since its inception. We do have that money on the budget, and we look forward to having you approve this contract.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you'll have to sign that one. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next on the agenda is contract number 4935. The department is nursing home. The vendor is RAO Contract Sales. The scope of services is to provide framed artwork selected by Albany County Nursing Home and install as a part of the direction of the architect. The estimated term is 5/31/19 through 12/31/20. Is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Yeah, this is just entering a contract with RAO to provide framed artwork for the renovations project.
Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4940. The Department is Health. The vendor is ACM Global Laboratories. The estimated amount is $45,000. The estimated term is 7/1/19 through 6/30 of 2022. The scope of service is to provide you have to excuse me on this one. Somebody else is going to have to pronounce this because I have no idea how to pronounce it. Chain reaction testing, once again,
For medical needs.
for medical needs. How's that sound? I'll be darned if I'm going to try and pronounce that. It's the fiscal impact is the county is 64% and the state is 36%. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
This is to provide lab testing services from our STD clinic, and this was done via an RFQ, and this was the only respondent. We currently use AMC now, and we don't have any issues with that.
Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4941, Department of Health. The vendor is ChemServe Environmental Analysts. The estimated term is 7/1/19 to 6/30/22. And the scope of service, ChemServe shall test toys purchased by the Albany County Department of Health for the accessible elements of antimony, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. These toys testing service shall be implemented on a quarterly basis throughout the length of the agreement. Is 100% county funded. I open the floor for comments or questions.
This is for our testing of toys due to the toxic toy county law, and we currently use ChemServe. This was done via an RFQ, and they were the only respondent.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
How long have we been testing toys? Have we been doing this for a while?
I believe the
2 years.
law- Yeah.
About 2 years.
Anything ever come back?
One, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, just one.
What's the process usually we follow if something comes back?
They would reach out to the store owner and let them know that this is what came back, this is found to be harmful, and they'll contact the manufacturer.
Okay.
It's a very good process.
Yep.
Protect our kids.
Yes.
Any other comments or questions? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Sure, one thing you did for me at this CAB meeting is that you learned that I did not pass chemistry in high school. Next on the agenda is contract number 4970, Department of Sewage Treatment. The estimated term is 6/12/19 through 12/31/19. Scope of service to provide replacement chains and sprockets for grit collector systems and 100% county funded. I open the floor for comments or questions.
This is to purchase chains and sprockets through BDI. We actually received 2 bids for this. BDI was not the low bid. Fairfield Services was the low. Unfortunately, they did not provide the required shop drawings at the time of bid. Upon requesting that, we did a review, and based on the submittals, the materials and the submissions did not meet the actual requirements of our existing system. So we are requesting permission to go forward with BDI.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? I think you explained that very well.
Chains and sprockets.
Change and
You like it.
sprockets. I love it. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4891. Department of Correctional Facilities, Sewage Treatment, the Nursing Home, and the Maintenance of Roads and Buildings. The vendor is Plum Master, Inc. The estimated amount is $26,500. There's a 1-year agreement, July 1/19 through June 30, 2020. The scope of service, this is a list of plumbing supply items listed on bid, and for a discount, non-listed items as needed for a year period, used by all of our county departments, and it's 100% county funded. Open the floor for comments or questions.
This was the result of our latest bid for plumbing supplies. This is the only vendor we believe will exceed $20,000 worth of purchases.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4962, Department of Social Services. Vendor is Homeless and Travel Aid Society. The estimated term is 10/1/19 through 9/30/2020. The estimated amount is $98,700. And the scope of service, the provision of homeless housing emergency services program that provides after-hours, weekends, and holiday coverage to serve individuals and families who present as homeless by assisting them to access needed emergency shelter. This is broken up into 2 fiscal impacts. The county is 19% and the federal government is 81%. I open the floor for comments or questions.
Yes, this is the provider that we use when DSS is closed for the most part. It's a 3-year RFP. This is the last optional year, and they've been doing a good job, so we'd like to continue with their services.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is contract number 4939, Department of Building Services. The vendor is Sigma Psi Consult. Oh, it's misspelled on here. Engineers PLLC. It's an estimated term of 6 months, 7/1/2019 through 1/1/2020. The scope of service is quite extensive, but its proposed project encompasses to continued floor-by-floor renovations and upgrades for ceilings, architectural finishes, mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems, allowing for new floor plans and all the components, It is 100% county funded. I open the floor for comments or questions.
Yes, an RFP was issued, and Sigma Sci won the RFP for the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire sprinkler systems for design on the 11th, 8th floor, and a portion of the basement redesign.
And this building is 112. Okay, any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4966. Department is Maintenance Roads Buildings. The vendor is Stilsing Electric, Inc. The estimated amount is $76,500. The estimated term is 8/1/19 through 11/30/20. The scope of service, electrical work required to run a pump house to be built at the Lawson Lake County Park for the potable water treatment and delivery system and sanitary waste removals. And it's 100% county funded. I open the floor for comments and questions.
Yes, this is part of the package. Reifenberg is the main contractor, and that went through the Public Works Committee and the Ledge. This is for the electrical work. There were two bidders. Stilsing was the lowest responsible bidder, and was through an RFP.
Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 4967. Department is Maintenance Roads and Buildings. The vendor is Greenman Peterson, Inc. The estimated amount is $73,000. The estimated term is a 4-month agreement, 7/1 through 10/31/19. Scope of service, design and construction inspection services for CR6 Emergency Culvert Replacement Project, 100% county funded. Open the floor for comments and/or questions.
This is, in fact, it is an emergency culvert replacement. It's a culvert that we discovered it was in pretty poor shape. We're working on County Route 13, which is adjacent to County Route 6. That road is the road that they need to haul the asphalt across, so we need to get this done very quickly. We had 3 quotes. We met at the site. CME, GPI, and CHA all gave quotes within 36 hours. The GPI was the best responsive bidder.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Carried.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is contract number 4974. The Department is Building Services. The vendor is Cone, Inc. The estimated term is 6 months, 7/1/19 through 12/31/2020. The estimated amount is $39,542. And yes, the scope of service, Times Union Center, parking garage, passenger elevator number 2 has been out of service and thus caused numerous problems during events at the Times Union Center and difficulties for those who park there on a daily basis. The fiscal impact is 100% to the county. I now open the floor for comments or questions.
Yes, we're in the process of doing a redesign through the U.S. communities on the elevators at the TU. What this will do is to get the second elevator up and running until the design of those elevators and the order of those elevators is placed. We've been having numerous troubles with elevator number 1. That's what they have repaired. This will get us elevator number 2. So we always have an elevator running over there. And what happened was the door bucks on them. They scraped against the door bucks and they put them out. So that's why we want to get this done to carry us through until we get the full replacement of those elevators.
Is elevator 2 out of service?
It's out of service right now.
Okay.
So this will put it back in service completely. What happens is where the door bucks are on 1, 2, and 3, what happens is the doors scrape against the door bucks and it shuts down the elevators.
Okay.
So it's been out of service for a while. You know, we were looking at it, we didn't know how quickly we were going to be able to get the design phase done for the new elevators. It looks like by the time we get it done, you're still probably 18 weeks out after the design is done for the ordering and get that placed. So this should carry us right through the first of the year to get those elevators replaced and keep us up and running for the vertical transportation.
How many total elevators do we have?
There's 3 in there.
Okay.
There's 1 on the back corner and then there's the 2 in the front.
Okay. And the
So-
other 2 are running
The other
good?
2 are running.
Okay.
So this will give us, you know, if one happens to go down, at least this gives you number 2. And that's really the main, you know, stairwell going down, up and down into the arena and down, passing through the garage.
Okay.
I'd have to assume that the estimated term on here is incorrect. It probably should be 12/31/2019.
Yes. Yeah.
6 months enough time to get all this done?
Yeah, they've already done the design on it. They've already, Coney's already been there. They've already figured it, they already talked to sheet metal workers. They're ready to go as soon as we get the contract to them. We'll get it done. It should be, they're saying it's probably a 2-week process, and then we'll be back up and running.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like to entertain a motion right now, have somebody entertain a motion right now to go into executive session to discuss a law department issue.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Executive session will break at 2:50 PM. We're going to open back up the Contract Administration Board meeting at 2:55 PM. I'll entertain a motion to accept contract number 4979.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That's carried.
Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the Contract Administration Board meeting at 2:55 PM.
Moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? The meeting is adjourned.